Can you hear me? I guess it's coming through. I guess it's coming through. What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. We're back, obviously, to talk about. I don't think we've got. Let me know if we. I don't think we got the updated times for the schedule at all. I'm not sure if we got the updated times at all, but we pretty much have like the opponents, the weeks, and pretty much about it. So to kind of go over the schedule or kind of go over a little bit of what's going on. So far. Okay. No holiday games, which is good. There's no Christmas game. There's no Thanksgiving game. There's no Christmas Eve game, which is great. So, um, we'll be good to go. We'll be good to go. So, hope everyone's doing well today. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat real quick. What's going on, guys? What's going on, everybody? We've got Daniel Very Sports. What's going on? John Jones, Pat is Trash. What's going on? Roland Guevara says, Ticketmaster won't load the rest of the home games. Come on, man. Are the tickets actually up right now? I don't know if the season ticket holders got their tickets yet. I don't think they have their tickets yet. So what tickets are available as of right now? What's going on, Princess? Oh, Pete Rose Hall of Fame. Hell yeah, I heard that. I saw the news of that today. John, what's going on? How does that work? Players in baseball get reinstated? Not sure. Not sure. I don't know how that happens. Every team sucks but Eagles. What's going on, man? What's going on? Elliot Patotsky. What's going on, dude? Welcome back, my friend. Steve Seth, what's going on? So how you been, Joey? Love your Eagles content. I appreciate it so much, man. Appreciate it so much. Roy, our boy says, are we going 0-16? JK. No, I hope not. So I kind of wanted to look at the schedule a little bit. So I keep thinking the camera's over here, but it's right here. I keep turning that to the right side, acting like it's still there. So to kind of bring it up, okay. Now we obviously have the opponents. We don't have the times yet. Some of them we have the times. I know the Week 2 Kansas City Chiefs game, we have the 425 with them. So to kind of go through it, and before anything else, Chris Kaufman, member for 20 bucks. What's going on? I appreciate it so much. Says we don't have 2 home games back-to-back, it seems. No, we have no back-to-back home games this year. So it's going to be a lot of traveling for the Philadelphia Eagles. So you're going to be doing a lot of traveling, going to be doing your thing. I don't think they have a short week, like a short week from a Monday Night Football game to a Thursday night game come this season. But so far... Okay, so let's just obviously go over it. Okay, so the Week 1 matchup, September 4th against the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, that's Thursday Night Football. Now, that will be on NBC, and it will be on Peacock. It'll be streaming on the Peacock app if you guys don't have that. So there's obviously 2 ways to watch that. Going to be a lot of headlines going in that game. I guess the NFL wants us to take the Cowboys out with their first loss of the season. But it is the first game of the year. I don't care about who we're facing, but you're hopefully the team is going to be gelled up pretty nicely by the first week, and normally that doesn't happen at all because our starters barely play in preseason. So the Eagles, some of the starters are going to have weeks on weeks. They posted with the times already? Did they? Did they already? Let me see. I must have just missed it then. There it is. Okay, I have it now. Okay. So obviously the September 4th game against Dallas is going to be an 8:20 game. We all know that. Week 2 against the Kansas City Chiefs, 9:14 in Kansas City, 4:25 game, like I said before. Week 3 versus the Rams is a 1 o'clock game. Okay, that's home against the Rams. Week 4 against the Buccaneers at Tampa is a 1 o'clock game. Week 5, home against the Denver Broncos, 1 o'clock game. Week 6 against the New York Giants, which is a Thursday night game, it looks like, is going to be 8:15, obviously. Week 7 against Minnesota in Minnesota, 1 o'clock. Home against the Giants. We're getting done with the Giants in a few weeks. Week 8 against the New York Giants. Home against the New York Giants. Week 8 is at 1 o'clock. Week 9 is our bye week. Okay. This is the most perfect bye week. You can't ask for a better bye week. And usually when you do win the Super Bowl, you have a pretty good bye week. You don't have a week 5, a week 4. I think, what's the earliest bye week? Week 4, week 5, something like that. I could be wrong. Maybe much earlier. Not really sure. But a really good bye week, though. Week 9 is a good week. Right down the middle, which is pretty good. I mean, between week 9 and week 10, if you have a bye week between those 2 weeks, that's really good. Okay. Now you come off that bye week, and then on the 10th of November at Green Bay, okay, it's going to be Monday Night Football at Green Bay, which, that's a big game for us. I think after that bye week, having all the rest, which is good, you have that Monday Night Football game against Green Bay, 8:15. Then the 16th, the week after, I think it's Sunday Night Football, for what it says here, if I could read it right. So you have a Monday night game to a Sunday night game. So a little bit of a short week from Green Bay to Detroit. Okay, at least you're home against Detroit, which is good. At least you're not traveling twice through 2 primetime games there, which is a good thing. Week 12, okay, you're going to be at Dallas at 4:25, okay? Week 13, home against Chicago Bears. This is the Black Friday game. This is a 3 o'clock p.m. game. There is, we're not going to have a game on Thanksgiving, which is great. I was really happy, especially as people that make content. I love having the holidays free and not being able to stream on those days. So, personally, for personal reasons, I feel good about that. Week 14 against the Chargers in LA is a 1 o'clock game. Now let's see. Week 14. Okay. Week 15 against the Raiders. It looks like, 1 o'clock game, home against the Raiders. Week 16. The time is still to be determined because a lot of games are going to get flexed. The last 3 games are going to get flexed. Because of playoff implications and trying to get more viewership from specific games. So that is still to be determined in Washington, okay, for that game, okay? Then the 28th, you're going to be in Buffalo at 4:25. So Eagles got like America's Game of the Week a few times, about 3 4:25 games so far. This is the third 4:25 game on the schedule as of right now versus Buffalo. And then pretty much January 3rd or 4th. So it'll be between those 2 dates. We will be home against Washington. Hopefully we won't even need that game home against Washington. Hopefully we'll be clinched already, and whether first, second seed, whatever's going on from this. So the bad thing about this schedule is that you don't have back-to-back home games. Barely. You're home, away, home, away, home, away, away, home, bye week, away, home, away, home, away, home, away, away, home. So you don't have any steady home games coming up. Okay, so the Eagles are going to have to be really good on the road. They were good on the road last year, so hopefully they keep that streak continuing. So what I kind of look at the schedule right here, like, it's a tougher schedule this year. There's no doubt about it. But obviously I feel like the Eagles can get 13, 14 wins out of this schedule. And I think your losses might come from, I would say your losses are probably going to come from, I would say they're due for a loss early before the bye. And then I would say maybe 2 more losses at the end of the year just because they're going to clinch. And then obviously they're going to sit some players out. The last Washington game, depending on what's going on for that Buffalo game at 4:25. But, coming off the bye week against Green Bay on Thursday and then Detroit on Monday night, those are going to be 2 interesting ones for me. Those are going to be 2 interesting ones. So back-to-back pretty good games there. And then you have Dallas, Chicago, LA, Chargers, Las Vegas, Raiders. So I think it's a pretty good schedule for us. It's just you're not going to be home for a lot of games. That's about it, realistically. So it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Appreciate it, Rolando, for that update. What's going on, Nina? What's going on? KGK, what's going on, dude? Eagles Vibes says, why do we have Washington at the end of the season almost back to back? I think because the Washington and the Eagles are going to be neck and neck in the division. I think that's why they put those two games at the end, because they think they're going to be very important games between those two teams for the division, and you know what I mean. So yeah, I kind of wanted Washington a little bit earlier, but instead we have Dallas and the Giants earlier than anybody else, which kind of makes no sense. But it gives us time to at least gel, and it's going to take us a few weeks. Like, this is what's going to happen because a lot of the starters don't play in preseason, so they're going to have to knock some rust off. And obviously against Dallas, they're going to have to knock some rust off. And then you're going to go to KC at 425. So, you know what I mean? A potential rematch this year, potentially in the Super Bowl. We'll see what happens. But, you know, I think you're pretty balanced throughout this schedule. You have some tough teams coming up. Obviously, KC, Tampa Bay is going to be good. Obviously, you know, I think they can handle the Rams. The Rams will be a tough game. Tampa Bay will be a tough game. Denver will be easy flowing. We'll see. Not going to take anything for granted, obviously, but the New York Giants will be good. Minnesota, we'll see with the quarterback situation over there with J.J. McCarthy, if he's going to play well this year, if he looks the same like he did before he got injured. It really just depends on him. And, you know, you have the Giants again, you have a bye week, and then, you know, you got some tough ones with Green Bay and Detroit back-to-back. Dallas, you know, no issue. Chicago, you know, we'll see. They're still trying to get better. I mean, they got a lot, you know, a new coaching staff, and you know, quarterback now has a new head coach now. Offensive coordinator is the head coach now. You know, so we'll see how it goes. I think they can handle the Chargers. I think they can handle the Raiders. You know, and then you'll have Washington, Buffalo, and Washington on some back-to-back games at the end of the year. So, you know, those last three games are really going to matter, between the both Washington games and that Buffalo game, depending on how many games Washington is winning and losing, and how many they're losing. We'll see, but I got the hiccups again. What's going on, Nathan? What's going on? Hope you're doing well. CTR said number one seed will be wrapped up by then. Yeah, I hope so. I think most likely. I say once you get to week, I would say, if I look at it, I would say by week 15 to 16, everything should be wrapped up. Everything should be wrapped up by then. So we'll see how it goes. Nate says, I feel bad for Buffalo. Why do you feel bad for Buffalo? Alfredo says, this is the price you pay to be the top dog. We still are relating, and they might flex to those games to primetime. We'll have 8 primetime games. God, I can't stand primetime games. I don't mind the primetime games, but when you have like over 5 to 6, look, like KC has 5 primetime games in the first 8 weeks of the season, which I heard today, which is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? And back in the 23 season, when we had all those primetime games, that's too many primetime games, bro, way too much. DJMC 504 says, what up, Joey? I'm liking the bye week. Really good schedule. Yeah, same here, man. Like I think week 9 is perfect. If you're at week 9 or week 10, that's the only good thing about winning a Super Bowl and being the best team coming out of a Super Bowl. Obviously, you're gonna get a good bye week, which is good. You know, the halfway mark is always a great thing, and you're coming off a bye week, playing Green Bay, so it's a good thing. And you're gonna be away though. You're gonna be on the road, so. Nate says, looks like we're going to be the season enders for a few teams at the end of the schedule. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, we're coming for it all, man. How many primetime games do we have? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 right now. So technically, it could turn into 6, 7. It'll probably turn to it could turn into at least 6 or 7 by the end of the year. So they have 5 right now. No back-to-back home games for the Eagles. The Eagles have 5 primetime games as of right now. The Eagles have 3 4:25 games. The Eagles have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1 o'clock games. And the Black Friday game after Thanksgiving, they have a 3 o'clock game. Okay. So that's a 3 o'clock. I think there's a couple. How many games are played on Black Friday? Just one? Is there only one game on Black Friday or a couple games? Eagles vibes. I think we have tougher schedule than Washington. Yeah, probably. I haven't checked the other schedules today at all. I don't know what Washington. I have no idea. Chris, what's going on, man? It says, when's the brotherly shove vote? Honestly, I have no idea. I've been waiting on it and what's been going on with that. Adam Schefter thinks it's going to get overturned. I don't know why. I think the Eagles will have enough votes. I think they will. So the teams that are most likely butthurt from them, whooping on their ass a little bit from last year, I think those teams that are really salty, like Washington, the Rams, everybody in the division, obviously in the NFC East, and other teams that we've beaten, I think the Eagles will have a lot of votes. I mean, look, if it gets, I'll actually be a little surprised if it gets overturned, because guarantee you, if the Kansas City Chiefs, if KC won that Super Bowl last year, this wouldn't even be talked about. I don't even think this would be talked about at all, and that's just me, But I think, and I agree with Chris. Yes, the difficulty is more spread out, unlike 20. Yeah, I think it's spread out a lot more. So, like, beginning before the bye week, they're really the only teams you're worrying about before the bye week between week 1 to 8 is realistically KC, the Rams, and Tampa Bay. So you have like 3 pretty hard back-to-back games, back-to-back-to-back games. So then you have Denver, Giants, Minnesota, the Giants again. So I think if you could win those 3 tough ones, KC, Rams, and Tampa Bay, I think you'll be in good shape before the bye. They could lose 1 game out of that before the bye, so we'll see what happens. And then really post-bye, it's Green Bay and Detroit. Okay, then it's Dallas, Chicago, Chargers, Raiders, and then you pretty much get into your three tough ones at the end of the year, which could decide the division, or which could decide. Hopefully, the first seed is hopefully the first and second seeds are kind of already wrapped up by that time, but we'll see. It just sucks. It just sucks we have Washington at the end of the year, unfortunately. So. Alfredo says, I'm predicting our record is 12-5, 13-4. Wish the bye week was 10 or 11. As far as primetime games, we have to win all of those. I would like to win all those. Yeah, I think we will. I mean, potentially, what? You have primetime against Dallas, I think, is a win. The Giants on Thursday, I think, is the Giants a Thursday night game? I forgot if that was Thursday night. Yeah, it's Thursday night. So I think that could be another win. Detroit, it's going to be a tough one, but I think they could do it. Since, Detroit wants us so damn badly. I don't know why they're, yapping at us so much, but we'll take care of business. And then you have the Chargers at 8:15 on December 8th. So I think they'll be fine. I think when it comes to primetime, they'll be good to go. So Eagle Vibes says a lot of road games, but we're a good road team, so I'm not worried about. Yeah, I'm not worried about it either. I'm not. I mean, you have no back-to-back home games on this schedule so far, so that's kind of where we're at. Let's see. Alfredo, we went to the gauntlet in 23 and crumbled in the end, but we didn't have Vic, and we are a way better team. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, we won a lot of the games we thought we were going to probably lose in the 23 season. And they won mostly all the hard games that they were supposed to win in 23. Heart attack, close games, and really bad coaching behind both sides of the football. And the last 7 games, it fell apart. And that's pretty much how it went. We know that. Yo, David Sims, what's going on, man? So, hey, Joey, honestly, I think we could beat all these teams with the talent that we have. No matter who gets hurt, we got explosive players all across the board. No, I agree. This is a second year with Vic Fangio with this defense. There's going to be some new pieces to this defense. We know you don't have Slay. You lost some veteran leadership on the outside. You lost some veteran leadership on the defensive line with Josh Sweat, Milton Williams. So you're hoping some of your draft picks can come in and really start to really prove themselves. But it comes down to training camp, how these guys look, and staying healthy through the offseason program is going to be one of the most important things. So there's a lot to look forward to, though. Nate said, I think the losses come early like last year. Yeah, probably. I mean, potentially. I think they'll have a loss between week 1 to week 8. I mean, between KC, Rams, and Tampa Bay, those are 3 tough ones to do straight in a row. You know what I mean? So, and you're only home like 1 time between those 3 games. So, what's going on, Iron Mike? Chris says, you got to remember a lot of Washington's wins were at the gun. They could be exposed this year. Yeah, I mean, and partially some of their wins, even the one against Chicago with the Hail Mary, if Jalen Hurts won a game by kicking 3 or 4 field goals and throwing a Hail Mary pass, he still wouldn't get any recognition. Because Jaden Daniels is a rookie and he's doing all of this, it's going to happen. I haven't been a big fan of Washington and what they did in the offseason program. They retained a lot of the same players on 1-year deals. They, I guess, upgraded the wide receiver position. I think they really missed the mark on trading for DK Metcalf, why they didn't make that move. So they had $90-something million in cap space, and I don't think they did much with it, to be honest with you. I don't think they did much with that cap space at all. That's just me. Terry McLaurin's turning 30 years old, and he's due for a contract. The guy they got from the 49ers, I don't know, Deebo Samuel, I mean, if this was a Deebo Samuel trade for like 3-4 years ago, I would say that's a good trade. But right now, coming off an injury, and he's just, I don't know, man. I just don't feel it too much. They legit, they got some good running backs. I think they drafted a good tackle in the first round, so I think they made a good pick there to give Jaden Daniels more protection, but I don't think it's enough, man. I just don't think it's enough. They paid some veterans some 1 year, like $10 million. I mean, Bobby Wagner got paid $10 million for 1 year. Like they really just retain guys on 1-year deals. So they have nobody that could grow with Jaden Daniels at wide receiver. 2 guys are due contracts after this year. They're 2 of their top receivers. That's just how I feel. But I'm not just saying because it's Washington. I'm just saying, like, they really didn't impress me too much on some of their offseason acquisitions. That's just me, though. Dave said, I'm not scared of Justin Herbert or Geno Smith. No, I'm not either. The Raiders and Geno Smith, no. Chip Kelly is the OC. That should be interesting. Justin Herbert, I'm not afraid of him either, man. I mean, just by when we played them, the amount, I mean, 3 picks in 1 game? I mean, I don't think Herbert's anything. I mean, I think Herbert's a good quarterback, but I don't know. It's not much to me, though. I think the Eagles are going to be able to whoop on a lot of teams as long as the Eagles stay healthy. And it comes down to knocking the rust off the first few weeks. You got new players at linebacker now. You have Jahad Campbell in there now. Your defensive line, your edge rushers. You're going to have some new faces. So between Joshua Uche and Azeez Ojulari, and I want to see if that edge rusher from Virginia with their last pick, that Antoine Powell Ryland Jr. is going to make any type of noise. You know what I mean? I'm excited for Moro Ojomo coming into his third, his 3rd year now, which is fantastic. You know what I mean? So I think we have to get right with the competition in camp and see what we have. The number 2 corner spot, is Keely Ringo going to win the job? That's going to be really important. So there's a lot riding on this thing this year, on some of these draft picks, but that's how it's going to be every year. If you're this successful in your draft picks, I mean, potentially this draft we just had, I think you hit on 3 players in this draft. The first 3 picks, I think you hit on, okay, with Jahad Campbell, Makuba, and obviously Ty Robinson. The first 4 picks, I would say. Ty Robinson, I think, is a guy that's really going to be a nice rotational guy that's going to work out even better later on. I think this draft is going to be better a couple years down the road because I think Miles Hinton, or the guy from Michigan, the swing tackle, I really like him. I think he'll actually become the replacement of Lane Johnson in the future. There's going to be a big right guard competition. Obviously, you have, a lot of guys there with Tyler Steen and Trevor Keegan and Kenyon Green and, a lot of others, So Drake, Kendall, the center / guard that we ended up getting. So there's a lot to look forward to, especially in training camp coming up. So we'll see how it goes. All right, Mike said, Joey, is it fair we go to Tampa every year and they never come on our house? Well, they did. When's the last time they came to Philly? I'm trying to remember. Was the last time they came to Philly when Deshaun Jackson played for them? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to remember. Chris, what's going on, man? If Josh Harris runs the Commanders like the Sixers, we'll be okay. Yeah, bro. David says, then why do they always say Justin Herbert's better than Jalen Hurts and every other quarterback? Statistics, bro. Passing yards and statistics. That's what it comes down to. How you look in a game specifically and lose. So Herbert can have a great game, lose the game, have better statistics from Jalen Hurts, but, the win percentage with Jalen Hurts is just much better. So it's always compared to passing yards, and the league is changing, bro. Because you're getting a lot more quarterbacks now that can run. They're not just guys that are going to sit in the pocket all day. All right, Mike said we need the Tampa Bay Lions and Green Bay wins to help for first. Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, the Rams, obviously, Tampa Bay, Green Bay, Detroit. Yeah, I mean, those are really important games for the conference. Yeah, you need those wins. You need to win against all those teams. Obviously, losing against KC probably won't hurt as much, but you still want to prove a point. They're going to be fired up. They'll be fired up week 2, 425. They'll be fired up for that game. Logan says, "Hey Joey, what do you think about our schedule?" I think it's spread out pretty nicely. I think you're due for a loss probably beginning before the bye, before week 8. And I think you're due for a loss or 2, maybe after the bye week. We'll see what happens there. But, I mean, you have 3 tough games, KC, Rams, Tampa Bay, week 2, 3, and 4 before the bye. And I think the rest of it is going to be cake. And then after the bye, you have Green Bay, Detroit. And the first Washington game at Washington, depending if the Eagles already locked something in by that time, by the end of the year. So we'll see what happens. But I think it's spread out nicely. You know what I mean? Beginning of the season is going to be a little rough with those 3 games. And then you have that bye week. And then you play the Giants twice, play Minnesota, have that bye week. You come off the bye, and then you're really going to be prepared to go against Green Bay, Detroit. So I think they have the bye week at the right time for the rest of those games. So let's see. We don't have Monday night. We don't have a Monday night game? Yeah, we do, don't we? I'm trying to see from the picture because I've looked at it, but I haven't look. Yeah, you do. Green Bay. Green Bay is a Monday night game. Green Bay is the week 10, right after the bye week. Right after the bye week, we have a game against Green Bay on Monday night. So, and you have one against the Chargers as well. So those are your 2, week 14, week 11, Monday Night Football. Yeah, so primetime games, we have 1, 2. I'm making sure I'm not reading it wrong. Dallas is primetime. The Giants on Thursday night's primetime. Green Bay is primetime Monday. The Chargers, primetime, and that's about it. So 5 primetime games. which will probably turn to 6. Probably. Because the Super Bowl celebration lasted half as long as this year, so hopefully no hangover. Yeah, I mean it's tough. It's tough to go back again, but I think the Eagles have the right coaching staff. I think they have the right culture. The biggest question of this season is going to be Kevin Patullo. See, you could draft right, you could do everything right in the offseason. It all comes down to Kevin Patullo. That's really after training camp, and once we cover that and we're set with that, Kevin Patullo is going to be literally the main focal point of the season. You know what I mean? Kevin Patullo, that's been here for a long time, been here for a few years already. That's going to be, where, look, this has, even last year with Kellen Moore, this was Nick Sirianni's offense with Kellen Moore sprinkling in some of his own stuff. I think this has always been Nick's offense, that he's wanted coordinators to run, but sprinkle some of their, of some of what they do into this offense. So, Nate says that to be determined home game against Washington was a little weird. No, that's the normal. That's the normal. It's the reason why is because depending on the first and second seed, what's going on in the NFC, they could be flexing some games at the end of the year for better viewership. That's really the NFL trying to get the best viewership that they're going to get from some of these games. So they'll switch a couple of those games at the end of the year, most likely. Logan says also biggest question is the secondary defense. I mean, to me, I don't think it's a big. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, you lose Slay, but I don't think it's like, oh my God, what's going to happen? I'm freaking out about it. No, I mean, that number 2 spot, that number 2 corner spot is going to be interesting. You have Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo going to compete. I'm guessing that's what you're getting out of that position as of right now. And I feel really good. I don't know if there's going to be a Justin Simmons signing on top of having Andrew Makuba in the building. I love Andrew Makuba, and I think he's what Vic Fangio has wanted in the building at safety. He's obviously a smaller safety, which he has wanted. He'll gain about 10, 15 pounds, so don't worry about it. But he plays a lot bigger than his size, and he's an actual coverage safety. He's a coverage safety, which is good. You know what I mean? I think we kind of lacked a little bit of that with Chauncey. He got better with it at the end of the year, but you have a good pass rush and you have good corners. If you have good coverage from corners and you have a good pass rush, safety's a pretty easy position for you. So, I don't, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Yeah, it gives the NFL wiggle room. True. All right, Mike says, you don't consider Black Friday as prime time? Not really. No. 3 o'clock game? No, not really. It's not really prime time to me. Prime time to me is like 7 to 8 o'clock games. That's prime time to me. A 3 o'clock game on Black Friday? It's all right. You say don't worry about it. I don't worry about it. Yeah, look, I don't think the secondary is that much to worry about. Like, this is what we're going to have to deal with every single year, okay? You're going to be letting guys, like free agents are going to walk at some point, okay, like they did this year. And you have to draft well. And, just think about it this way. You have such a great team right now where you didn't really need that many pieces. You got Dallas Goedert back, thank God, which is awesome. That room with Goddard, Granson, the kid from the Raiders, Calcaterra, it's going to be a good room. It's a great room, so I'm glad they got that done. It comes down to Makuba at safety, and it comes down to the number 2 corner spot. I'm not really worried about linebackers so much. Nakobe Dean is probably not going to play this year on a contract year, so his future is very up in the air, but when he comes back by October, November, we'll see what's going on with him. It comes down to linebacker. I'm not really worried about too much. Like, I like Smile Munden from Georgia a lot. You have Trotter Jr. there. Zach Bond is obviously your starter, and Jahad Campbell will make it to he won't be an OTA, so he won't be practicing until when training camp starts. So he had that shoulder surgery right after the combine. So the Eagles are being a little overprotective, which is a good thing. If you're 99% healthy, the Eagles will keep you out for 2 weeks. That's just how they are, and it's really not a bad thing. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see not only what they do at linebacker, but how they're going to use Jahad Campbell in this defense as well, because they can use him as an edge rusher. They can use him as an off-ball linebacker. He's a sideline to sideline apex predator. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of flexibility, with more flexibility than what we had last year with this defense. Vic Fangio has a better defense under him, in my opinion, and he's not just going to give the job to people. Sidney Brown is going to have to fight for a depth spot or a starting spot. Keely Ringo and some of the other corners are there. Like, I want Keely Ringo to win the job, but we got to see what he looks like going into this offseason. Adoree Jackson, to me, is really a safety blanket. He hasn't played inside, and he's a guy that can play inside and outside. He hasn't really played inside corner since he was with the Titans, but when he signed a big contract with the Giants, he's been primarily an outside guy. So that's really your, I think having him, a veteran like him, is going to help. And if you need him for a game, he's there. And I don't think he'll do a bad job, because it seems like every player we get from the Giants, James Bradberry is a perfect example of that, because before he got to the Eagles, before he signed with the Eagles, he gave up over 800 yards receiving with the Giants the year before. He gave up a lot of yards for them as an outside corner, but he's not a man-to-man corner. He's more of a zone type corner. So the Eagles somewhat used him the right way, and he was one of the best corners in 22. You know what I mean? So you just got to give it a chance, man. Got a lot of competition going. Robert says, "What up, Joey? Not a bad time for playing Packers and Lions back to back. Looks interesting." Oh, it does, man. I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Get it out of the way. You know what I mean? Iron Mike said, "I'm more impressed with JC98 new tattoo than Jane Daniels." Yeah, bro. Seeing Jaden Daniels' mom on a fucking podcast, Jesus, weird. Most people would die getting a tattoo like that. He says, "Poor Bradberry still looking." Oh, it is what it is, man. I don't feel bad for him at all, dude. I have to give Bradberry a ton of respect, because he was the one that went after they drafted Quignon. And after they drafted Cooper DeJean, he literally went up to the front. He literally went up to the office and look, change my position. Let me try to play somewhere else, because I know you drafted 2 DBs this year, and I'm probably going to have a steep hill to climb for a starting job. So, I have to give him a lot of credit for not being selfish and saying, "Hey, let me change my position, and try to do something else." And look, he's part of this team, and that's it. He may have not done much. He helped us in 22, and unfortunately we got fucked. So, you know what I mean? So he's got a ring on his finger finally. So I think he was definitely deserving of that. He's been a part of this building process, and he was a key piece to our building process in 22. So did Bradbury? No, I don't know. Did he sign somewhere else? I don't know. I haven't seen anything. Unless I'm missing something. I don't know if I've seen anything or whatnot. I don't know if he signed anywhere, so I'm not really sure if he signed anywhere. You know what I mean? And by the way, me and Philly were supposed to have the Philly Shakedown Saturday, but he wasn't really feeling good, so we canceled it. And then Monday we were supposed to have it, and then things just kind of came up that day, so we canceled on Monday. So I don't know when we're having the shakedown. I'm guessing maybe we're just gonna, I don't know, maybe do it after the schedule of I don't know. I don't know when we're gonna do it, but maybe we'll just wait till Saturday. So we kind of missed a whole entire shakedown this month. So we'll see what happens. This week. So we're hoping the next couple of days. So yeah, realistically, guys, I think the schedule's good. So I'll have a video on the schedule. I'll have a video on the schedule by tomorrow, since it is pretty much fully out right now. And kind of talk about everything going on with it. And is it really in favor of us repeating? Yeah, it's going to be a tough schedule, but you got to realize that we're a really good team right now. And you have a lot of young players. This team is getting younger and younger every single year. The youth movement is happening. And we're doing our thing, man, but we'll see. Nathan says 6 1 o'clock games. Beat writers will be happy. Remember when we had 2? Yeah, I'm really glad we have a lot of 1 o'clock games. I'm very happy for the 1 o'clock games. I like the 1 o'clock games. Get them out of the way. They're done with. Done deal. No issue. I love having those 1 o'clock games. There's no doubt about that. So. All right, Mike say, hey, Joey, my coworker gave me a signed Darius Slay mini helmet today. I was so giddy at school. Hey, that's awesome, man. Hope you enjoy it. I have a signed mini helmet, but it's probably by a player that nobody would even want to hear the name of it. So, yeah. And I still have it, too. Yo, Suo, what's going on, dude? Member for 36 months, dude. Yo, Joe, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing good. Phil 500 ain't happy about the 1P. Why? Why isn't he happy about the 1 p.m. games? 1 p.m.s are great. Dean says the Bills hosted him to a visit, but I don't know if they're just sniffing or. Oh, really? I didn't hear that news about Bradbury going to Buffalo. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I just looked it up and seen that. The fireman? I forgot who the fucking fireman is. Who is the fireman? I'm having a brain fart because we haven't talked about it in so long. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting he's fucking 3 hours. Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah. Nah, he'll get over it. Get over it. Who plays on Christmas? I think KC and Denver and another team. I forgot. KC, Denver, and I think I don't know who the second team is. But we have no Thanksgiving game. We have no Christmas game. And yeah, no Christmas Eve. No Christmas Eve, no Christmas, no Thanksgiving. I'm so happy. So happy. And we don't play in Germany or fucking Brazil, or we don't play in Antarctica. I don't know. I don't care. We're not playing anywhere else, which is great. I'm happy. You have no idea. I think a year or two ago we had Christmas, and then we had, I think the year before that we had Christmas Eve. Like, yeah, no back-to-back home games. You're literally home, away, home, away, home, away, away, home, bye, away, home, away, home, away, home, away, away, home, or away, I should say. And I don't know, the last game we'll see, but yeah. So that's where we're at with the schedule as of right now. So very good, very good. But other than that, guys, I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, bye week's right in the middle, perfect. Week 9 is great. I know people are like, "Oh, I would rather want week 10, week 11." Yeah, I get it, but I think week 9 is perfect. Week 9 is perfect because you go into probably the hardest part of your schedule in the second half of the season. You know what I mean? Though the final half of the season. Chargers will be yeah. Well, yeah, the Chargers, the Monday night, was it Monday night Chargers game? Yeah, it's gonna be a home game regardless. So, yeah. It doesn't even matter. Don't the Chargers have the new stadium this year or no? Who's getting a new stadium? Was it the Chargers they were building, or was it the Jaguars? I forgot who's getting a new stadium. I know Washington's going to have a new stadium, but I forgot. Was it the Chargers? They're getting another new stadium. No, it's not. I don't think so, right? Are they? I forgot what team was getting a new stadium. I know the Browns are getting a new stadium. The Browns are. Oh, we're going to be a good road team, man. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Michuo says, yeah, week 9 is good. Physical and mental reset mid-season. Yeah, definitely. It's us getting a roof. Yeah. KC should have been a home game. Well, we faced them 23. We faced them home. We faced KC at home in 23. You have to go by the last time we faced that team. The last time we faced that team in a regular season game was at home. So it was going to be an away game regardless. You know? My own perspective with a super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says, "Hey Joey, I'm a new YouTuber. Do you have any advice?" Um, just be yourself and be consistent. That's really it. Just be yourself and be consistent. And you know, consistency is the most important thing. That's what it comes down to. Just be yourself and yourself only. No, I got it, man. No, I got you. I get you. I get asked this question a lot, so you know. But let me know how it goes, man. And if you have a channel, post it in the chat. Post your link in the chat, man. If you have it. Yeah, you're good, bro. I got you. So, what is? I'm trying to figure out what else is there. The last 4 years have been in Tampa Bay, really? That was interesting. Interesting as interesting could be. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it. I mean, that's it. I mean, what we're going to be waiting for now is, me and, I'll go over, obviously, I hate doing schedule predictions. I just think they're stupid because, like, there's so much that goes into a season where everything has to be perfect. So I hate, win, loss, win. I hate doing that shit. I'll do it, but I just hate doing it, So it is what it is. But so I'll let you know what's going on. This week. So I'm kind of waiting on some things. The room and everything that's going on right now is by June, July-ish, everything will be done. I already have some things in motion right now for everything. And we're just doing our thing. So now I just need to figure out which network so I can navigate the pay-per-view maze. Bro, I mean, it's crazy how you have to pay for all these apps now to watch football now. The issue I'm going to have, I mean, I don't really have an issue, but I mean, Sunday ticket is too much money, bro, for anybody. NFL Sunday ticket, it costs like, what, $430 for it. $430. Just because I don't live in Philadelphia, I got to pay $430 per season to fucking watch a football in the season. That's how much it costs now. It's fucking crazy. I remember Sunday ticket used to be like $200 at least, and that was a lot of money. Now that is $430 for Sunday ticket. $7 for Peacock. They're streaming one of our games on Netflix this year. I know that. I forgot what I don't even know what game it is. So glad I live in Philly right now to watch it. Yeah. Not me. I'm not going to pay that shit until after the first game, because after every game of the season, it will get cheaper. But I need to see, like, if I can catch a few games before I have to pay for Sunday ticket, it'll be a lot cheaper because every week the price will go down on Sunday ticket. It's just a pain in the ass. It's a lot of money, dude. It's just a lot of fucking money for it. I can't stand paying that shit. NFL Plus doesn't play every game, I don't think either. I think I pay for that too. So when it's in season, that app is $16. NFL Plus is $16 in season. When it's the off season, it goes to like $10. So that goes down in price. So I don't know. So we'll see how it goes, but that's really the biggest. NFL Plus is definitely a joke. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's it. I mean, we'll be back. I think Friday we'll be back with a stream. The shakedown, I don't know what we're doing, if we're doing a double shakedown or we're just going to wait till Saturday. So I'll contact Philly and see what's going on with that this week. And we'll have a video out tomorrow as usual. Videos every day as usual, and doing our thing. So, all right, guys, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate everybody joining today. Thank you for all the likes, super chats, all that great stuff. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Sable as usual. And we'll be back with another one. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Shakes, what up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Peace out.